know?
Evie, a few years ago, people were observing how once they thought of something, they would see an advertisement or reference to that object on their phone or a suggestion maybe in their video feed. And this is when they're away from their device, no verbal communication. This implies there's advanced mind reading going on and neurological link, some kind of telepathy, maybe interacting from the wireless micro and millimeter wave radiation devices to the human brain. What are your thoughts on this anomaly? And we're not told that this technology is all around us.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've experienced that too, directly over and over again. I think it's called a read-write frequency overlay technology. The other researcher that I've only heard talk about it with a little bit of clarity is Harald Kautzweiler from Germany. He talked about this based on his understanding. Since he's a scientist, he could understand how it operates. But he called it a read-write technology that companies like Raytheon, which is military industrial complex, already has, that could be implemented through frequency to connect with people and read-write thoughts. So it could read them and then it can write over them so that it can manipulate behavior as well. Most people, I think he said something like when they did these experiments way back with the read-write technology, which I think Robert Duncan probably knew a lot about that as well, the late Robert Duncan, that 70% of the population is pretty much an easy peasy read-write manipulated, majority. But the 30% or the 20% or whatever that couldn't, and then they would experiment on them and then gang stalk and target them to see, the canaries in the coal mine, right, who have unnatural minds that can't be as manipulated because they know something's ain't right or whatever. But I think it's our heart chakra, and it goes back to our heart chakra connected to our spirit, that if we are led by our heart chakra, which is a non-dual love, eternal spirit beingness, then if we could function more fully in that beingness, then we are not as easily manipulated to maybe behave in the ways that they want to compel us through this read-write technology. But it doesn't mean they still can't read what's on our mind, because I've experienced this numerous times, that it's real. Not only that, but I know people who are very clairvoyant naturally. And these naturally clairvoyant people tend to be messed with more because they're witnesses. They're witnesses of things they don't want us to know. So they will be able to perceive clairvoyantly, like this exudate cloud thingy that comes out of the cell phone or computers that will have little particulates in it that go directly into the third eye and the head of the people and link them like this liquid connection that links them to their devices.
What?
So,
I don't even know about that.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I've talked to several clairvoyants who see this, and then people who have NDEs, and then they're shown, okay, this is what's enveloping the earth, this digital technology and the cell phone addictions, so that the technology of it's like the alien black goo consciousness is what it is. It's like this dark alien black goo consciousness that shows up as these black tubes and tendrils that is connecting to people's heads and minds and bodies, and it keeps them connected to the consciousness and the hive mind of the black goo alien consciousness working through technology, so that people are not organically connecting to one another and organically connecting to the heart, spirit, anima through love that would shatter that control. So it's clear to me that technology is used to control people's behavior and their minds, and it's very dangerous because it, takes advantage of our, compunctions to be addicted to scrolling and addicted to information. So that's why, if we can do our meditation practices and get away from technology and stay focused on love in the heart and lucidity, awareness of being aware, and your observer self, the more resilience we have to this kind of control system.